Hello, we are discussing about GATE 2014 ECE paper, and the topic we are discussing is analog circuits. Look at the circuit diagram. The figure shows a half-wave rectifier and the diode D is ideal. The average steady state current through the diode is approximately in amperes. How much is going to be the average steady state current flowing through the diode? That we are going to calculate. Okay, it is indicated with IDC. Average steady state current is nothing but usually it is indicated as IDC. So what is the value of DC current flowing through the diode? That we are going to calculate. And the input signal applied is nothing but 10 sin omega t. This is given as half wave rectifier, but it is not only half wave rectifier, it is half wave rectifier with C filter, half wave rectifier with capacitor filter, that is C filter, half wave rectifier with capacitor filter. This capacitor 4 millifarad is going to be acting as a filter, so that half wave rectifier with capacitor filter, and this will be treated as load resistor RL. This 100 ohms is also treated as RL. Okay, so and the input signal what we are applying is 10 sin omega t. 10 sin omega t is a source signal we are applying, so that we assume that one, this is ES is equal to 10 sin omega t. ES is source signal, that is 10 sin omega t, and 10 is nothing but maximum value of source signal, so this will be specified with capital letters, which is ESM. M implies nothing but maximum or peak value, so this is nothing but 10 volts. The 10 is nothing but maximum or peak value of supply source signal. ESM it will be indicated with 10 volts. Okay, and RL is known, that is 100 ohms. C is nothing but capacitor value 4 millifarad. We are applying a sinusoidal signal that will be consisting of positive half cycle and later negative half cycle. So first we will see the operation during positive half cycle, later we will see the during negative half cycle, then how to get the relations for the DC current and DC voltages. Okay, from that one we are going to calculate IDC value. So now during positive half cycle, sinusoidal signal is going to be first giving the positive half cycle, later it will give the negative half cycle. So during positive half cycle, this is going to the situation you will get. During positive half cycle, ES, that is nothing but during positive half cycle the voltages are going to be increasing from 0 towards maximum value as ESM, that is nothing but 10 volts. Till 10 volts it increases. So whenever the values are going to be increasing during this portion, okay, that is 0 to pi by 2 only. This is half cycle is pi and quarter cycle is nothing but pi by 2. So we can write during, okay, 0 to pi by 2, during 0 to pi by 2, during 0 to pi by 2, that is first quarter cycle, diode is going to be acting as forward bias. Since it is ideal, forward resistance is nothing but 0 ohms. The diode is given as ideal, so that RF is equal to 0 ohms. By that time current is flowing in this direction, the current is flows, and whenever you are applying a voltage at that time, initially capacitor act as short circuit, so that current is now flowing in this direction, and in this direction time constant is nothing but charging time constant, which is RF into C. RF into C, RF value is 0, into C is nothing but 4 millifarad, but 0 into something is 0. Time constant, charging time constant is nothing but 0. So that is nothing but within no time capacitor charges to the final value. Whatever the value you apply during this quarter cycle, the capacitor will take that value at that instant itself. So at t is equal to pi by 2 at the time of end of quarter cycle, where the maximum value of input signal is going to be available at the input, that is ESM 10 volts. The capacitor also charges towards 10 volts. So capacitor voltage, otherwise you can go with EC, since we are using E as the letter for the voltage. EC is equal to, okay, 10 volts. Now capacitor voltage charges towards 10, that is plus minus, because current is flowing in this direction, upper plate is positive, lower plate is negative. This is plus minus 10 volts you are going to get. So the voltage across this point is nothing but 10 volts. Okay, and input value is also 10, diode is acting as short circuit. So this is what you are going to get, so that it is indicated as VC, voltage across capacitor, is nothing but capacitor is charging and it is maintaining the same as input voltage, and it is charging towards higher voltage as 10 volts here. Okay, this is 10 ESM. Capacitor charges to ESM during first quarter cycle. Next, after this one, what happens? Okay, after this one we are going for the next cycle. After this one we are going for the during the second quarter of first half cycle. Second quarter of first half cycle, the value of signal is going to be reducing. That is nothing but now the input voltage is going to be less than 10 volts. Is that sure or not? Now the ES is going to be having the values which are always less than 10 volts, and but the capacitor is going to be charging towards 10 volts. So whereas capacitor is charges to 10 volts, so that here you are getting 10 volts, but the other side you are getting P side is the voltage is less than 10 volts, N side is 10 volts. So that now diode N side voltage is greater than diode P side voltage. So diode is acting as reverse bias during the second quarter cycle of first half cycle. So that is nothing but during time whenever it is from pi by 2 to pi, during pi by 2 to pi, this is what happening. Diode is reverse bias. Whenever diode is reverse bias, at that time no current is flowing through the diode. Whenever no current is flowing through the diode, now capacitor, whatever the charge it has stored, it will discharge through a load resistor. Now capacitor starts discharging. Capacitor starts discharging in this manner. So this is nothing but during this one capacitor discharges. Capacitor discharges. So the discharging time constant can be written as tau d. Discharging time constant is nothing but during this path, whatever the resistance, whatever the capacitance, product of them is nothing but time constant. So resistance is RL into C is nothing but discharging time constant. But generally what happens is nothing but discharging time constant is very large compared to charging time constant. Charging time constant for the ideal diode is 0, but practically it will be very small, whereas discharging time constant is very large. That implies nothing but capacitor discharges a small amount. Okay, capacitor discharges a small amount within the stipulated time, because again it has to go through the final value of 10 volts. So we have given a very less time between the two peaks. This is first cycle. Sinusoidal signal is nothing but again you are going to get one more cycle. That one more cycle is nothing but again you are getting in this way. So the input voltage is going to be oscillating between plus 10 and minus 10 sinusoidally as you are applying 10 sin omega t with frequency as 50 Hz. So definitely after some particular time, that is nothing but after 1 by 50 seconds, again you are going to get 10 volts. Okay, so within that 1 by 50 seconds, the capacitor unable to discharge its value, it will be discharged by a small amount. So that this is what the line it shows. This is the capacitor discharges for the second. Okay, so as capacitor discharges this side, whatever we are going with 10 volts, it will be now reduced towards, for example, 10 volts is going to be reduces by within that time 9.5 volts you are getting. So now the voltage on N side is 9.5 volts. Whenever voltage on P side is greater than 9.5 volts, again the diode starts conducting. So this is the voltage we are going in this way. This is the point we assume that one, this is 9.5 volts. So up to this point diode will be in reverse bias. Diode will be in reverse bias. And once the input voltage is greater than this one, definitely it will go, because it is oscillating between plus 10 and minus 10. So during 9.5 to 10 volts, again the diode is going to be comes into on condition. Diode becomes forward bias again during this portion. During this portion again the diode is going to be getting forward bias, and whenever the diode is gets forward bias, diode act as ideal, so that RF is equal to 0. So the time constant, charging time constant is 0. The capacitor voltage directly follows the input voltage. So again VC, voltage across capacitor, will be reaches towards 10 volts. Okay, this is what you are going to get finally. Okay, the final value is nothing but this is the output voltage at the capacitor. This is transient, we can say it as this is transient. Only for the first quarter cycle you will get. Okay, and this will be treated as steady state. Steady state. So during steady state you will get only this waveform. This waveform you will get during steady state. So for this one, if you want to calculate EDC, EDC can be calculated in two ways. EDC is nothing but DC voltage at the output side, that is DC voltage at the capacitor at the output terminals can be calculated by calculating the DC current flowing through the diode multiplied by the load resistor. So EDC can be calculated in two ways. First way is nothing but IDC multiplied by RL. This is one way. Otherwise EDC can be calculated. EDC is nothing but average DC voltage. Average DC voltage is nothing but, now look at this one. This is the peak value, and from this peak value the voltage is going to be varying between these two levels only. So assume that one, this is ER, peak to peak, that is RMS value. So we can calculate EDC in other way as ESM, maximum peak, minus ER, peak to peak, ER peak to peak, ER peak to peak by 2. ER peak to peak is nothing but peak to peak variation of output signal. Peak to peak variation of output signal is nothing but from B to C, but average is nothing but half of that one. So we are going to subtract that half voltage. Okay, so that you will get the average value. EDC can be calculated as ESM minus ER peak to peak by 2, where ER peak to peak is nothing but IDC by 2FC. That can be calculated where ER peak to peak is nothing but IDC by 2FC. IDC by 2FC. So if you substitute that one, EDC will be equal to ESM minus IDC divided by 4FC value. So this is what you will get, and this is second equation. You can equate, and this EDC can be equal to, from the first equation you can write it as IDC into RL itself. IDC is the average current flowing through the diode. That is what we require. So from this one, take IDC terms one side. So IDC terms, if you take one side, you will get RL plus 1 by 4 FC is equal to ESM, and IDC is equal to, now IDC is equal to ESM divided by RL plus 1 by 4 FC. ESM is nothing but 10 volts divided by RL is nothing but 100 ohms plus 1 by 4 times of frequency is 50 hertz into C is nothing but 4 millihenry. So 4 into 10 power minus 3. So if you do this simplification, you are going to get IDC is equal to 0.09 amperes. 0.09 amperes. So this is the DC current which is flowing in the half wave rectifier with capacitor filter for the given diagram. IDC is equal to 0.09 amperes. So the answer for this question is 0.09 amperes. Thank you.